Well, David Quirk is with us here at Onchan FC and Blackberry Lane. It's a container we're looking at here, but this is...
not just a container.
No, and willful damage has been caused to your football club.
Criminal damage. At 10 o'clock this morning I arrived here, there was looked something that suspiciously, so I always check around, and I looked at the container, noticed that the lock had been smashed off, and opened the door, and as you can see, and you've had a little look inside there, some idiot or some, I don't know who they are, is actually smashed the toilets and smashed the urinals.
It's a fair bit of damage there. Going to cost a bit of money to replace?
It's going to cost probably about 600 quid. The annoying thing is we're getting set up now for Easter. As we get back into the field, this is where we have 200 kids to play football for Onchan, spread over between 6 and up to 16, and then we have a couple of grown-up teams and whatever. But we're a great club. We haven't got that much money. So sometimes we beg, borrow and steal. We were given a container some time ago. We've been doing it up, and then I come in today and just find out work's gone down the pan.
Looks like the vandals had a fair bit of time to really give it, because it made noise as well, wouldn't it? Smashing all the urinals.
We're at a remote location. We were intending to get CCTV in, but obviously it's a cost, and then because we're going to build a clubhouse here. We finally, all those hurdles from the planning some time ago, but with the 2 COVID hits, we haven't been able to get back on site. So with the TT now happening this year, we'll be able to strive forward. And that's what we wanted to do. And the little bit disappointing to me is that what individuals, and I hope people of Onchan and far afield, because we have members in the club that in Douglas, Laxey, all round. I think the furthest one's probably in Glenvine. But you're not hurting me personally, you're hurting the club, and you're hurting all those kids that we have played in the club.
And minus vandalism is always the worst, isn't it? Because it's nothing.
It is.
I mean, they've really had to go even putting all the guns out the machines on the wall, and
the hand cleaner,
and ripping off a machine off the wall as well.
Yeah,
hand warmer.
I mean, hitting a wall just for the sake of a bit of fun. I'm not quite sure where they are. What worries me is if we don't put a stop to it. Yeah. And now I am a commissioner now for Onchan. One of the issues I did have was with the roads.
Well, Onchan's always had a bit of a thing about certain vandals and groups and that sort of thing. Do you think that could be tidy, or just...
It could be, and I hope it isn't. Because if anybody had an offence against me or the club itself, talk to us. Yeah. We have a great, as I say, it's a great club. We enjoy ourselves, and hopefully this summer we're going to enjoy ourselves. We're not going to be going anywhere. So all the kids that potentially could go across and play football, they're all going to be stuck here. So we need all these facilities up and running.
You've had a police in, done all the thing, fingerprinting or that sort of thing?
Well, I'm still waiting for the fingerprinting. Oh. Well, I'm hoping they'll catch something. But Paul, as I said to you...
This is like a bit of a police thing here. Shall we just hold one of these? In fact, it's both.
Yeah, I can hold both of them.
And there'll be no fingerprints on these.
No.
Let me put it by your camera.
If anybody owns these gloves on who they belong to...
That one.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Gloves. What we could do is, all they've got to do is leave me a note, and I'll return them.
I'm not saying it necessarily, but it could be a clue. I mean,
it could be a clue.
It might be a random left. But
they were left.
They're inside, were they?
They were left at the side.
Oh, right. Well, it might well be involved then. Someone left their gloves behind. North Face, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're not cheap.
No, they're not cheap, those.
People, and I hate it when people brand stuff up, and then they just throw it away.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm appealing to the parents too, and some maybe the older youth that we have, is to let us know. I mean, I would be even happier if somebody just apologised to us and they paid us off a few quid, or we even went half.
How do you get the money for these things, by the way? You just have
we have to collect. We have fees.
Yeah.
We charge the children a fee for the season. So we'll be looking at that. Hopefully, we may get a couple of sponsors back in just to help pick us up a little bit, because people want things to be done.
Can they give you a call or police? What do you want to do?
They can give me a call at mine. My mobile numbers, I'm not worried about that at all. It's 429-808.
Yeah.
I haven't got one of the recording ones on, so sometimes I miss a call, because sometimes, like, the police numbers come in, they're no ID, so when you miss a call, you can't ring them back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's hope we get an update to this, and a good one, because there's nothing worse. I say, this morning when you came here, it must have been gut-wrenching, isn't it?
I nearly cried.
Yeah.
I rang my wife up and said, they've got it done.